my thoughts on the Snug baby monitor. I wish I could show you the app because that's probably the biggest deciding factor. I feel like the camera's fine. A lot of the cameras out there are fine. The apps may be the deciding factor for a lot of people. So I'll do my best to explain it. And there's a lot of reviews on this. So if you just Google it and look up the hashtags, I'm sure you'll be able to see lots of screenshots of the app. The things I do like about this are that it has 360 degree motion. This whole thing just spins and twirls any which way you can imagine, and that's controllable from the app, which is great. Visually, I really like it. It's got kind of a large base. Like, I feel like it is sort of substantial, but lots of the ones that I have seen are the same way. There's a comparison with my hand. And then this little thingy you can like tuck down under. I just figure can't hurt to have it up, the little antenna. Right now I just have it aimed obviously at the crib. We have chosen not to mount it because we don't own this property and I don't want to be drilling holes in the walls, but that is something I would definitely do because from this angle I get a lot of the side of the crib. Versus if I was to mount it up on that wall or something, I would get a very clear and unobstructed shot. But for how we're living and how it's set up right now, this is pretty much perfect. It's great. I do like that I can adjust it from the app, and as far as I can tell, when I adjust it and this moves, it is noiseless. It's never bothered my baby. It's never made her stir or wake, which is awesome. So it's color during the day, and it is like night vision at night. So obviously that's black and white. And when you first plug it in, it does make a little sound. A little green light under there comes on. I don't know if you can really tell. Sorry, with the window. There's a little green light right there that does come on. So I would just say turn it on, plug it in, all that before putting baby down if they're very sensitive. I am somewhat paranoid as far as security with my children, and so I do like to have it unplugged during the day just so that people aren't able to hack it or access it. It turns off, I guess. It goes into like a sleeping mode if it's not being accessed by the app during the day. But it's still on. Like this camera, it could still function. Sorry for that. I just want to grab the cord. So this is the cord. It's really long, which is awesome. And we just have it plugged in. There's the size of the plug right there. So usually I just have it sort of draped here and I just plug it in during nap time and when she goes to bed. Anyway, the app, I just want to talk really, really briefly about that. I have an Android phone and my husband has an iPhone. And when he double clicks the home button and swipes up to close the app, it closes, it's done, it's gone, it doesn't drain his battery, it's great. When I do the equivalent of that same thing on my phone, it didn't shut it down. It was running in the background. And it drained my battery extremely quickly. Like 2-hour nap, checking it a couple of times. I mean, it was like half my battery almost. Just having it in the background drained it about 20% in 2 hours without it running and actually looking at the camera. So something to be aware of. I think a lot of apps like wireless Wi-Fi cameras that are like this are the same way. I don't know for sure since this is the only one I've ever used, but that's the consensus I've gotten when I have talked about it and have asked around. The app is nice. You can set alarms for if there's motion or if there's sound or whatnot. I've played around with those a little bit. I just find them to be more so annoying than anything since I do know my baby's habits. I kind of know when to watch for her to wake up and when to watch for those things. But those could be definitely beneficial for somebody who is interested in those features. I asked a question on Amazon, going back to the battery question, about how to shut down the app so that it wasn't draining my battery as much in between times I was checking on her. And there is a way to do that. You click on the info button on the bottom right hand side of the app and you can exit the app altogether. So it's not running in your background, draining that battery. Anything else about the app? You can load multiple cameras on it. So my in-laws have the same brand, and so we are able to have access to both cameras on just the same app. So that's nice. That's all I can think of. We've been really pleased. We've been really impressed. The picture is very clear. You can zoom, you can screenshot, you can talk through it. There's this little mic thing. The speaker, when you're talking through the app to the baby, it sounds terrible. I think it'd just scare the crap out of my kid, to be honest. So that's not a feature I will be utilizing, but it's there if you want it. It does a lot of things, but anything that you can think of, it does, and in fairly good quality. So I've been very pleased.